Welcome to smcready.org. In the next few minutes, we'll give you several ways that you can prepare and protect yourself and those around you in case of a disaster here in San Mateo County. We're here with Carol Parker from the Menlo Park Fire District. You're the CERT coordinator, right?
I am.
And you are going to teach us about one of the most important things, emergency supply kits.
That's right. We have a lot of stuff in front of us right here. And let's start over here with water. Water is very important to put in your emergency supply kit, and the water lines might get cut off. So you definitely want to keep 1 gallon per person per day in your house.
1 gallon per person per day. How many days do you need to prepare for?
We recommend at least 7 days.
7 days, 1 week.
Yes.
1 gallon per person for 1 week.
That's right.
Got it. What
That's
else?
Right. You also have water in your hot water heater at home too. So you can use that for drinking water, or you can buy 55-gallon barrels and leave them out in your backyard, and they're good for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So water is very important. Also food. Canned foods, low in salt is very important.
Okay.
Then it'll just make you more thirsty. A can opener to open your cans.
A manual can opener.
That's
because
right.
If you have the electric one,
it
might not work. Perfect.
And there's things called MREs, or emergency rations.
Right. Bars and food like that that'll last a long time.
Better off to keep food that you like and that your kids like and your family like.
Okay,
Definitely.
and that don't need a whole lot of preparation. They don't need to be cooked. Stuff that's ready to eat. Okay, what else?
That's right. What I learned after Katrina is medicine. I believe that that's very important. A lot of people couldn't get a hold of their medicines out there. So
you can't get a prescription in the middle of a disaster.
No.
You forget about stuff like that.
And so you definitely want to check with your doctor about getting a bigger supply to pack away.
How often should we change out the supplies in our kits?
We should change them out at least once a year. And a good time to do it is when we change the clocks back, when we also change our smoke detector batteries.
Okay, so add that to the list. Change anything that has an expiration date.
That's right. Batteries, medicine, food, water.
Okay. Now I noticed the first aid kit here. What do you want to make sure you have with that?
Well, you want a first aid kit because hospitals are going to be overwhelmed. Right. So if you need to take care of small injuries, you'll have your first aid kit. You can do it yourself. And
make sure you have the basics, the aspirin, the Band-Aids, things like that. Why is it important to have money with you?
Money is very important, and small amounts of money, because if the power goes out, we may not have versatiles.
How do you live without your ATM card in this day and age? But you can't use that. That's great stuff to think about.
If you remember with Katrina, they were all giving out vouchers because they couldn't get any cash from their banks.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
And a radio. This is a wind-up radio, so you don't need batteries for it.
And this is really neat because it's a flashlight and a radio. Okay, great.
So
you
that'll
listen to emergency messages on there.
Yeah, they'll tell you what to do, where to go. We have light here. We recommend not using candles because of an aftershock. They can tip over, and they can be dangerous.
Right, so that's a really important point to make, because I hadn't heard that, and I still have candles in my disaster kit. So use things like flashlights or lanterns, things that don't require fire, because that can be even more dangerous.
That's right. A lot of us have camping equipment at home stored in the garage, so you can remember to utilize that after a disaster if needed. The propane stoves you can use for cooking, and the sleeping bags, and even the tents.
Okay, a lot of cross-purpose with the camping gear. What else?
We have masks here. There might be a lot of dust.
I see an emergency blanket, rain ponchos.
And goggles to protect your eyes, and gloves to protect your hands. And we also have over here some durable shoes. You should have those in your emergency pack, or keep a pair under your bed, because the #1 injury after an earthquake would be broken glass.
That's a really good point. Sometimes you run out in the middle of the night in bare feet.
That's right.
Get those.
You definitely want to keep an extra pair.
Right. And this is one of my favorite things because it has the teddy bear in it. What is this?
This is a child's comfort kit. You could put this together ahead of time, and you could put their favorite juice in there, their favorite bars, granola bars, their favorite little pet teddy bear, or a book, and a picture of your family.
Yeah, I think this is really neat to have the family picture in there, so that if you become separated or anything like that, they have another way to identify you and your children, know that you belong together. That's important stuff. And you know what? We have a barking dog in the background. That reminds me, do we want to pack supplies for our pets as well?
We do. We do. We need water for our pets, canned food for our pets. You should even get little booties for your pets, because they'll be walking around
Stuff
too.
you never think about until it's too late. And the green helmet. Now, not everyone's going to have a CERT helmet in their disaster preparedness kit.
You will get a backpack like this with the gloves, the helmet, and what we do is we train people in the event of a disaster to go out and help first responders.
That's great. So if you are in a disaster, you can also look out for this helmet and know that there's somebody who's trained to help you out.
That's right.
All right, Carol Parker, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have my work cut out for me. I need to go put my kit together.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.